Hey guys, how's it going? It is, wow. Where did my tan go? Oh right, I haven't gone tanning in like over a week. Oh, I'm just seeing something on my counter here. Reminds me I have to write a check. Literally, I'm coming in here because I'm getting ready to do my workout. As you can see, workout hair. And I'm going to get my shoulder looked at today. My appointment is at 11:45. Wait, is that when it is? 11:45. What was I going to say? And then we'll determine if I go to a specialist or whatever, but I am going to go do that. And because my appointment's at 11:45, I am right on target to get my morning workout in before I go. And it's funny because I was just in my office, I'm telling you, that's like a vortex for me, because the problem is I'm a very responsive person with emails, and I feel the need to respond to everything right away. And I have to like learn to get this thing like, Kelly, it's okay. You can get back to them in 4 hours. You can do it later. You can do it tonight. So I'm getting there. I'm kind of getting back. We're working on our new habits. So this is day 4, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah, it's Thursday. I just remembered something that I didn't share with you that I thought was really one of the most hysterical moments on my trip. When I was coming back from LA on Sunday, for those of you that don't travel a lot, you might not be used to some of the new travel regulations. Mr. Flo, and you guys, Mr. Flo, and all of you that are going to be emailing me and asking me about flexing, I have to just be really careful until they tell me what to do with this. So I haven't worked out my upper body in probably 5 to 6 weeks now, really hard. So I'm feeling really white. I'm feeling very, very flabby, but it's not for long, because I'm sticking to my new thing. Last night before I went to go get x-rays, didn't have a lot of time, and I hadn't gotten my workout done in the morning. And I remember what Carla said. She's like, do something. And that's going to be, you know, what I keep getting in my head is that I don't have to write off the opportunity to work out if I don't have the time, or if it's not going to work for me to get into it. You know, you guys see what I look like when I work out. Sweaty, gross. Clearly, I can't just finish a workout like that and, you know, go to the doctor or go to a meeting. I have to get showered and blah, blah, blah. So it doesn't mean that you can't get a workout in. And Carla was even talking about this. She's just so enlightening to me. You know, you can get kind of worked up, if you will, and kind of get some good moves in, and it doesn't have to necessarily be a sweat fest. And see, you guys know me. You know how I like calculate things. Like, to me, a workout has to be a sweat fest to be a workout. That's not necessarily the case. So, I mean, a lot of times people that are really active, if you think about other countries, why do they always say that people over in like Spain or France or even, you know, wherever, any of those countries, they're always talking about Italy. Did I just say Spain or France? I meant like Italy. They're always like, how do people eat all of that rich pasta and drink all the wine and have these desserts and yet they're lean? They walk everywhere. That's not a sweat fest, but they're like walking all the time. We don't walk. You know, when I go downstairs, like the biggest, if I don't concentrate on it, the biggest workout I'm going to get is walking to my mailbox. We sit at a desk all day. We sit and watch TV at night. We get in our car to go everywhere. In other countries, they walk everywhere. People that live in Manhattan walk everywhere. Just walking, if you were to add, and why do you think some people are so successful when they do that, like a body bug program, or they just buy, is it an odometer? Am I saying that right? An odometer, and they just start watching and they try to, you know, shoot for getting 10,000 steps a day. They're not doing anything crazy. They're not even using, you know, resistance necessarily. But all of a sudden, to add that much walking and activity, and you're not necessarily like sweating and working out, you know, working out the whole time. Some of those people are the most successful people in losing weight and keeping it off, because it's like just a lot of activity. So I'm trying to like get my mind around that idea that I can be active throughout the day in little spurts. Sometimes I'm not getting in the sweat fest workout that I want, but I can do something. And now that I was talking to Carla, she's like, if you got 20 minutes, you do some wall sits, you do some stationary lunges, you do some kicks, you do whatever. And I'm like, okay. So I had about 20 minutes last night before I left. And that's what I did. I did kicks where you kick straight out. I've talked about doing that with Jenny Lynn, where you kick your foot, you know, you're basically like holding your hand here, and you're trying to kick your leg straight, using a straight leg. You're kicking your leg way up here, way up here. So I did some of those. I did wall squats for a minute each. Then I did stationary lunges, 30 on each side. Let me tell you, if you're doing those right, you're gonna get a serious burn. I did running in place. I'm not doing anything for the upper body right now. I did running in place. I did some walking lunges, CrossFit style. I did some side kicks. I did, you know, again, more running in place. I think I ran up and down the stairs, but in 20 minutes, I remember I was like, dang, I got some, and I didn't have my heart rate monitor on, so I don't know exactly, but I'm gonna guess, let's say maybe 200, 250 calories. It was something, okay? It was something when normally in the past, I would have been like, I only have 20 minutes, and it's already, you know, 5:30, I don't have time, and I wouldn't have done anything. It all adds up either way. It all adds up, people. If you don't do it, did you see that just go blurry? Freaking pisses me off. Stop it. It's like my camera has a life of its own. It's like, so it either adds up if you don't do it, because obviously we all can see that, right? If you stop working out and then, you know, a week becomes a month and a month becomes a year, it all adds up either way. Start doing something good each day. Start doing something good in your diet each day. Start doing something good in your workout each day. It's going to add up, and you have to keep telling yourself that, because it's not like you're going to do this for 2 or 3 days and look in the mirror and go, damn, I'm a size smaller already. Okay? Now, back to what I said 6 minutes ago about this story, which is the truth. I swear to God, this is exactly how it happened. Now I'm paranoid because I'm going to show you something. Okay. When you go through security, if you haven't traveled a lot, you know, you have to take everything off. I'm surprised they don't make you take all of your clothes off at this point. That would stop me from traveling at this moment. But, you know, you have to take your shoes off. You have to take any of your coat, if you have coats or big sweaters off, you put that in the thing, you know. And for those of us that travel a lot, you get used to it. I get out my two trays, I take out my iPad, I take out my whatever, put that there, I take my coat off, my shoes off, I put it in there, and then, you know, you move through. Now I'm not sure if they've all changed this. It might be still optional. But the whole like full body x-ray scan that they have, you have to go in between, and it looks like you're kind of stepping into like a big photo booth, and then you stand in the middle. So there's a big x-ray thing in front of, big x-ray thing in front of you and a big x-ray thing behind you. And you have to, I hope I don't hurt you have to stand with your legs apart, and you have to stand like this, Mr. Flo, almost like some of you guys say, or no, Carl, and you go, Kelly, you know, put your arm up here, which I think makes me look like I'm punching myself and like a dork, but pretty much everything I do makes me look like a dork. So, but you have to stand like this, and then, you know, for like, I don't know, 20 seconds, and then they scan you. So imagine, you know, I'm like this, I'd taken off my outer sweater, and for those of you guys that know, that hang around me in real life, a lot of my wardrobe now has to be, I don't wear things like turtlenecks anymore, I don't wear long sleeve t-shirts anymore, I don't wear sweaters anymore, because of this whole like change in body temperature. I'm always hot. So most of the time I'm wearing a tank top underneath something, and I'll put like a big wrap sweater on or whatever. That's what works for me, because then when I get the sudden hot thing, I can just go, oh, hey, here I am in a tank top and it's 30 degrees outside. Welcome to my world. You just deal with it. You just roll with it. But anyway, so I'm going like this, and the security woman is this really tall woman, and she's kind of looking at me, and I'm like, what? And she goes, I swear to God. And all the people that were out there heard her say this. So this isn't like in a private room. She said this to me, and then everybody that was, you know, on the other side putting their shoes on, she goes, do you shave your armpits? And I'm like, like, it was so loud. And this woman over there looked, and I was immediately like, like, what do you think I would think? What would you think if you were standing there in the security like this, and the woman says really loud, do you shave your armpits? And I'm like, I literally thought, like, did I go through like a week or two and I forgot, and I have like majorly hairy armpits or something? And I took it down and I go, what? And she goes, oh no, I'm so sorry. You guys, I couldn't make this up. She goes, you just have the best armpits I've ever seen. They're so clean. You don't have any razor bumps. And I'm like, whoa. And she goes, how do you know, do you shave, do you wax or whatever? And I'm like, I shave. She goes, how do you? And so she's standing there, and literally everybody around is like watching at this point, men, women, and the woman was like laughing because she realized how awkward that moment was. But I'm like, she goes, I always get, you know, razor bumps. And I'm like, well, I guess what I do is, in the past maybe I have gotten razor bumps, but I said, you know, shave really slow. So I said, you know, this morning, you know, if I'm not doing like a full shower and changing whatever, I'll always take, you know, a razor, and I go really slow. So if you ever do a dry shave, ladies, you just go slow, because if you've ever done what I've done one time, and it's really quick in the morning and you're wearing a tank and you're like, I don't have time for a shower, but you just go like that and then you scrape, then you're gonna have a nice, like, you know, not only razor burn, but a rash, and it hurts. So I've learned to just go really slow, and I told her that. And she's like, oh great, I just wanted to tell you, I see a lot of armpits, and yours are the best I've ever seen. And I'm like, wow, that is not the best compliment I've ever gotten, but we're gonna go with it. Had to share that with you guys. I'll talk to you later. I gotta get my workout in.